Good morning, everyone. My name is Jill McSweeney. I'm from the Center for Learning and Teaching. I'm an educational developer there. I just got my grown-up job there, so there is hope for all you starting graduate students. I'm also a graduate student myself. I'm finishing off my PhD in interdisciplinary studies. I've been in my last year for probably about the last 2 years, so hopefully this will be my actual last year. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about what the center can offer you guys as graduate students, some of our programming for you guys around teaching and learning, as well as our upcoming Teaching Assistant Day, which if any of you are expecting to be a TA in the next year or already have a TA lined up, this might be a great opportunity for you guys to gain a little bit of extra knowledge and skills that you can apply to your upcoming job. So for those of you who are not sure where we're located, we are in the ground floor of the Killam Library. It's the building that's right next door with all the really nice, colorful Adirondack chairs. We're right to the right of the circulation desk in room G90, and I really encourage you guys to come in, say hello. If you have any questions, you guys can answer anything that you have around perhaps a course that you're taking or a course that you're teaching. And we always have a wealth of resources too if you are interested in learning about a specific topic. So what FGS has come to me about today is to talk to you a little bit about the Certificate in University Teaching and Learning. So this is a professional development opportunity that we offer to master's, doctoral, and postdoc students. It's free, no extra charge, and it's something that you can do on top of your graduate studies during the course of your career here. You can start today if you want. You can sign up and begin working on it. So it's not a typical term course or year-long course. It really has the flexibility to meet your degree. I have a little video that I'm going to show, but I just want to mention a few things. This course is really to prepare graduate students who want to think about going into a faculty position after they graduate. So it's really going to focus on teaching you pedagogy, information about learning styles, and really engage you in thinking about how to create a course and what that might mean after you graduate. We do offer a notation on the transcript, so it is a formally recognized professional development opportunity at Dal, and it's absolutely no extra cost. What I don't have on here is that once you finish, there is a free celebratory lunch with the president. And as graduate students, I know free food is always a great calling. So if anything, you get a nice lunch at the University Club. So I want to show a quick video that a group of students put together about the certificate program. It's only about 4.5 minutes long, but it gives a really great overview.
The Center for Learning and Teaching works to advocate for effective teaching practices across the Dalhousie community. Part of our mandate is to facilitate teaching development for graduate students. To that end, we offer the Certificate in University Teaching and Learning. The certificate is designed to give graduate students practical skills and experiences, and to help them prepare for the task of teaching and learning in a variety of settings. The certificate program encompasses 4 critical components: professional development, teaching observation and evaluation, teaching and learning theory, and a teaching dossier. The Center for Learning and Teaching hosts a number of professional development opportunities. We offer workshops with topics ranging from incorporating reflection into your teaching, strategies for engaging first-year students, and being an effective teaching assistant. We also encourage students to take advantage of local and in-house teaching and learning conferences, joining the CLT Journal Club, or writing for the annual graduate teaching issue of Focus. The certificate program requires students to attend 20 hours of professional development activities during the course of the student's program, and provides ample opportunities to do so, with broad-ranging appeal for a variety of disciplines.
So one of the most memorable professional development days or workshops I took part in was TA days, and this is the very beginning of my master's program. I had never taught a course before, never TA'd before, and I really had no idea what to expect. So I really enjoyed the workshops throughout the day that gave me more confidence in my abilities and what I was going to attempt over the next 2 years as a TA.
The students in the certificate program receive detailed feedback of their teaching on 3 different occasions: This feedback is designed to help students appreciate their strengths as an educator and consider ways to enhance and develop their teaching skills. Students and evaluators are encouraged to discuss their feedback and engage one another in important conversations about pedagogy and self-reflection.
For the teaching feedback I received, I actually did find that pretty useful. So a few of my guest lectures were attended by another graduate student in my department, and I also had the department head check out my lectures. And there's a couple of really good pieces of advice I got from that feedback that I've learned, and I've tried to change since then.
The certificate program is designed to be flexible. Students have the option of taking part in a semester course or designing a project dealing with higher education pedagogy that can be completed independently with the director at the CLT. The course introduces students to education theory, preparing teaching philosophies, experimenting with learning outcomes, preparing a syllabus, and engages students in collaborating with their peers across disciplines. An important part of applying for teaching positions is to have a teaching dossier. Through the certificate program, students will have the chance to learn the components of a teaching dossier and to prepare one. Students will be supported in this task by the CLT.
So for me, the biggest benefit of this program was the confidence I gained in my teaching abilities. I'd always been a good student, made it to grad school, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'd be a good teacher. So a lot of the skills that I picked up along the way and was taught during class or workshops was really beneficial to me because I've only ever thought one way, and it was neat to think about the different learning styles and the different ways you can use technology or other methods to really engage students and make sure they're having the best learning experience possible.
As far as the learning I'm going to take away was actually becoming a little bit more familiar of some of the research and some of the writing in post-secondary teaching and that kind of area of research too. I actually learned a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes for people that are actually teaching. I figured, you're just an expert in something, you teach it, and that's what you do. It's not. I mean, to do it well, it's an incredibly large amount of planning. So it was good to talk about that and think about how to do that. So I took a lot out of this. It's definitely one of my better experiences here at Dalhousie.
The Certificate in University Teaching and Learning is a free professional development opportunity for all graduate students across the Dalhousie campuses. If you are interested in registering for the program or receiving more information, please visit our website or visit our office in the Killam Library.
So there are a couple of things I want to comment on that video. Firstly, there is a mention of a theory component. So we have two components where students can either complete a course, which is only offered in the winter term. There is limited seating, so I always recommend students, if you are completing a one-year graduate program and you're thinking of doing the certificate program, be conscious of that and sign up early for it because it does get filled up quickly. The other component that I really want to talk about was the professional development. So we try to be extremely flexible for students, and what this program does is it allows you to pick and choose professional development opportunities that are going to be most beneficial for you. So you can do broader workshops or disciplinary specific workshops. We have a journal club, we have the Champions program, and we have the opportunity to write for a focus, which is an issue that we release yearly for graduate students. So you would be able to write an article, get a publication for your CV, but also contribute to your professional development hours, which you need 20 to complete. The other great thing is that video there was completed by students who are in the certificate program, and that contributed again to the professional development hours. So we always like to provide opportunities for students to work within the realm of teaching and learning and give them the opportunity to use that work to counter towards the certificate program. So there's a variety of things. I'm a little bit biased. I do work for the center. I have completed the certificate program, but there are some just general benefits that you're going to find by completing this. So you're going to develop teaching skills, which essentially you can use now as a teaching assistant. But if you really think about it, you teach in a variety of environments. It's not just at the front of the classroom. If you're doing a graduate degree that has a dissertation, when you get up to defend your dissertation, you have to teach your committee what you want them to know, and you have to prove to them that they understand what you've done and met your learning objectives. At conferences, you're teaching there. So the skills that you gain from this UTL program, you're going to be able to apply outside the classroom, and it'll not only benefit you once you graduate, but it can contribute to your teaching and learning now. The other great thing is meeting and networking with students across campus. So I'm not sure if you guys have experienced graduate school, but it can be really lonely. I know my first year I spent about 3 months in the lab and I didn't see another soul. So it's really easy to become a hermit and really not make connections and friends. And this is a really great opportunity to force you to get out, take a class with other graduate students in different faculties, and make connections and work together on projects. You also get to develop a teaching dossier. So a lot of students, once they graduate, they apply for a faculty position and they don't realize that not only are they going to need a CV, they're going to need a teaching dossier which outlines a record of their teaching experience and their perspectives and views towards teaching. And so this is a really great opportunity for you guys to get feedback and develop a really comprehensive and put together dossier that you can take to, your future careers and job interviews. And once again, free celebratory lunch with the president of the university. So not only do you get free food at the University Club, you get to meet royalty at Dalhousie. So it's pretty exciting. So if the certificate program is not for you, if you're only here for a year, if you're not interested in becoming a faculty member, but you do want some experience to help you with your teaching assistantships over the next year, we have a new program that we're rolling out in September. It's the Teaching Assistant Enrichment Program, and it's to complement the CUTL, but it's specifically for helping you teach now in your TAs. So we have 4 components, which is a reflective piece, a micro-teaching piece, teaching observation, as well as the professional development component. We are, because this is our first year, limiting it to 50 students. So what I would recommend you doing, enrollment begins September 16th, is sign up on our website today to get a notification of when it goes live. And if you're interested in that, you can sign up right away. So unlike the certificate, you're not going to get an annotation on your transcript, but we are going to deliver letters of completion, so you can have that as a record for your professional development. So one of the last things that I always like to tell graduate students is the upcoming Teaching Assistant Day. This is free. It's next week, next Tuesday. I have some schedules up here if you're interested. We try to provide a variety of sessions for different faculties. So we typically look at how do you mark in arts and sciences, how do you manage a lab, how do you provide effective written feedback. But the goal is it's a free opportunity for students to come out, meet other graduate students, and learn a little bit more about teaching development. And the great thing is for the CUTL program, if you attend all day, that's 5 credit hours towards your 20 credit hours. So you've already completed 25% of your professional development. So that's really great. Again, free lunch, free pizza at noon. Who doesn't love free food? That's why I went to graduate school, is to get all the free food. So last, I want to talk about some of the services that we offer. A lot of people think that we're just here for faculty, but we do provide a variety of services and resources for graduate students. If you're developing an online course or TAing an online course, we can help set that up for you and help you manage how to lay it out. We can help you with specific aspects of your teaching. If you want to do up a teaching dossier but not enroll in the CUTL program, we can also offer opportunities for us to go over that and help with feedback. We also have a variety of library resources that aren't in the actual Killam library, they're in our library. So if you're interested in a specific book on teaching and learning or facilitating workshops or small groups, we have that there. So come drop by, ask us any questions. I'll be outside after or around lunch. I do have some information up front if you want to know a little bit about Teaching Assistant Day and the CUTL program, so feel free to pick that up or contact me. My email's up there. I'm kind of the face for the Center for Graduate Students, so you can contact me and I'll try to help you with any questions that you have. Thank you. Oh yeah, do people have questions? Yes. So the question was, do we arrange the teaching opportunities? No, we don't. So we encourage students to talk to their advisors and committee members to gain teaching opportunities in your discipline. So a lot of students come to us and say, I'm presenting at a conference, does that count as an opportunity? What we really want to do is focus you on lecturing to undergraduate students to gain that experience of really understanding how to take information, cater it to a specific audience, and then how do you engage students. So what I always suggest is you talk to your faculties in your department and ask if you can guest lecture. Oftentimes, they don't mind if you take a lecture off their hands. They're more than willing to, cater to you about your background, maybe what you're doing your thesis or your specialization is in, and you can go and do a lecture. So just talk to your faculty members, your advisory committee members. I'm sure they can find opportunities for you. And if you can't, let us know, and we will try to help you out.
I can run around and get these questions.
Any more questions? If you're too shy, I will be outside afterwards, and you can come speak to me directly. I will mention that these are time sensitive, especially with the CTL and the course. If you do want to get in within a year, try to sign up early. And same with the teaching assistant program. There's only 50 spots, and we're expecting that to fill up really quickly. So if you're interested in getting into that opportunity, I would encourage you to try to do that as soon as possible.
Thank you so much for being here and presenting.
Good luck!